Welcome to Mr. Giant React and Ting and Ting and Ting. And we doing that Balkan Ting again. You understand what I mean? And I do believe this young lady is from Bosnia. Correct me if I'm wrong, and Ting at the bottom, but I do believe that's where she's from. Ilma Karahmet. And the song, it's a heartbreak song. I don't know if it's a breakup song. I think some of the translations say it is. But it's the somebody who isn't who they thought they were falling in love with. That's what I'm getting from the translation there. So let's go ahead and YouTube and Sim. I know I have reacted to this young lady before, but she was in a duet. So I decided to see, let me see what she does on her own. So let's go ahead and YouTube and Simmer and check this vibe out here. Oh, candles. Okay, it's starting up like an old movie score, old love story movie score. Wow.
Pričaš na pamet, ti se igraš riječima. Ako vrijedi ne ruši nam led, ja te volim dijelima. Kraj najavljuješ, kažeš pa sve pogaziš.
Something tells me she's gonna go ham here.
Ako ideš jednom odlaziš, umrijeću na nogama i nećeš znati. Ja ću svoje rane kao zvijer da krijem. Kad sve prođe bar se neću pokajati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije. Možda će mi srce pući, neće stati, jer ja svoje ratove u sebi bijem. Kad sve prođe bar se neću osvrtati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije. Pričaš na pamet, ti me vrijeđaš u snama. Ako diraš nemoj bar u to, zar da moli suzama. Kraj najavljuješ, kažeš pa sve pogaziš. Ako vrijedi bori se za nas, ako ideš jednom odlaziš. Umrijeću na nogama i nećeš znati. Ja ću svoje rane kao zvijer da krijem. Kad se prođe bar se neću pokajati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije. Možda će mi srce pući, neće stati, jer ja svoje ratove u sebi bijem. Kad sve prođe bar se neću osvrtati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije.
Wow. This is very, I'm in my feels here. I'm in my feels.
Umrijeću na nogama i nećeš znati. Ja ću svoje rane kao zvijer da krijem. Kad sve prođe bar se neću pokajati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije. Možda će mi srce pući, neće stati, jer ja svoje ratove u sebi bijem. Kad sve prođe bar se neću osvrtati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije. Umrijeću na nogama i nećeš znati. Ja ću svoje rane kao zvijer da krijem. Kad sve prođe bar se neću pokajati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije. Srce pući, neće stati, jer ja svoje ratove u sebi bijem. Kad sve prođe bar se neću osvrtati, jer sam dala sve, a neko nije. Jer sam dala sve, a neko nije.
that had that epic ballad song to it. Her voice, though not powerful, was emotion filled. That's that type of music that makes you feel like you're flying through clouds or something. Which flying through the cloud is something like you don't understand the situation you're in, or you feel like it's not you in that situation, you're just floating above it. And I don't know why, but for some reason, as I'm hearing this song, I keep thinking about just floating in the clouds without a plane, though. That's the kind of vibe I got from that song there. So her voice took me there. And what the theme of the song was. You know, when you talk about you're dating somebody and you go, oh my God, you're not the person that I got that I fell in love with. You have changed this, that, the other. Nah, they don't change. They change up. There's a thing that says that people, when you first meet them, you don't really meet them. You meet their representative. Especially when it comes to dating, man. When it comes to dating a relationship, people try to put their best foot forward. They never really ever come as themselves. Maybe that's why I'm single, because I come as myself. You're gonna see the flaws, you're gonna see me the good, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not gonna come into a situation and do that modern day vibe where like I'm a man. I'm gonna be stoic. I'm not gonna have emotions. I'm like beating my chest and stuff. That's a cultural thing because if I'm human, I have emotions. Handling them is another thing. And handling them doesn't mean repressing them. Handling them means dealing with them, but in a calm, not stoic, not nonchalant, but a calm, boundary setting way. People don't like it when you set boundaries, and boundaries aren't meant to put somebody in their place. It's meant to safeguard you from the situations where you go, oh, wait a minute, they changed. Like, no. And here's another thing too with situations like that. That's how people cannot differentiate what's good and from what's not good. No, it goes both ways. Some people come and they have nefarious reasons for being the way they are. Bad boys have a good way of showing a romantic side. And they sort of mix it in with the bad boy stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's so romantic. That's so cool." You know what I mean? People go for that stuff. But if you step up to them and you're nice and you're calm and you're vibing and thing, they take that for something else that it's not. The point of the matter is here too is this: if you pay attention and don't get caught up in your feelings as much in the beginning, you'll see the little things that will tell you what a person really is like. Watch how they treat somebody else. Watch how they react whenever you have a situation going on, be it a happy one or a good one. If somebody's only around whenever you're having a good situation, or when you're having a bad situation, they sort of reserved and they step back and stuff like that, you know they're not going to be there when you need them. If you're having something and somebody go, oh, I can't deal with that, you know what I mean? Then no. Because whatever, okay, I'll give you an example, okay? This one young lady, oh, she liked me. This was years ago. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean, and all that. And then it was a commemoration of the revolution and stuff back home, and around that time I have a little bit of a hard time dealing. So I start mentioning this. Oh my God, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that at all. That's going to bring me down. Boom! Right then I know that wasn't for me. I'm not saying that they should take on that thing, because nobody should take that on. What should have said was like, oh, that's kind of sad, and listen for a while and then try to cheer me up or something. Don't say, no, 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 I don't want to deal with it. Then when things get to a certain point in the relationship, you ain't going to be able to deal with it, but you're going to expect me to deal with yours. See, you pay attention right then and there. Was like, no, 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 no. Because I'm 99% always happy. 99% of the times I'm like, I don't have no vibe terrorizing me, no trauma terrorizing me. I'm 99% happy. And if you don't want to deal with that 1% that's not vibing up, why am I there? Then it's a pressure for me to be always one way all the time, and stifle that emotion. But then when we get into the relationship and I can't stifle that emotion anymore, because we're not in that honeymoon stage, if you will, what you going to do then? How you going to deal with it? And that's the thing too. It's not that somebody's out to do you bad. There's certain people come into situations with some things on the outside that you're going to have to deal with. Everybody does. Everybody has something they come with you're going to have to deal with. How are you going to know how to deal with it if you don't see it in the early stages? When you're in the relationship and it comes up, then you go, oh, this has changed. No, it didn't. It's always been there. You just decide not to deal with it. And I'm not blaming people for situations that happen later on, but the point I'm trying to make is, in most cases, I think if you pay attention, you're going to see the real person. And it doesn't have to mean that the real person that's going to hurt you, but the real person that has certain things that they're coming into the situation with, that sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with it too. And it doesn't have to be that you have to deal with it all the time. It's just that you don't have to deal with it. You see what I'm saying thing? I hope you guys enjoyed this song. I really, I enjoyed it. Great voice. Bring out the feels. You understand what I'm saying thing? Drop a comment on the video. Sub if you haven't subbed. Thank you to those who bring in all the suggestions in. I love you guys. Thank you very much. I'm getting to them slowly but surely. In the meantime, y'all take care of each other. Let's bring more love and understanding and more paying attention into this world.